Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Impact Wrestling Slammiversary preview. I am back, ladies and gentlemen, after a long time off. I was gonna wait to do this, but man, look, I'm here early in the week. I'm ready to go. I hadn't talked wrestling in a long time, so let's get into this. Thank you guys for staying patient with me. No matter where you're watching from, if you're watching on YouTube, thanks a lot. Feel free to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. So, let's get going, man. Slammiversary has taken quite the turn, man. It started off as, you know what? It's Slammiversary. I'm very interested because traditionally it's always one of Impact or TNA's top pay-per-views throughout the year. And we've had so many twists and turns about what's going to happen. The rumors are flying crazy. And, man, I'm just getting to first a few of the people that I think are for sure going to show up, just my opinion. I think that you look at Zack Ryder. I'm just going to go by the names that people remember them by. Zack Ryder, Heath Slater, he was teased, and I'm going to get into where he'll show up once I break down the card. Rusev, Lio Rush, and as we hop into the world title breakdown, the big question is, who is the fourth man? This is like Bash at the Beach 96. Who's the fourth guy? Who's the third guy? The fourth guy? In my opinion, I think it absolutely 100% has to be and will be Ethan Carter, the third, the fourth guy, showing up a big time. And you know what, man? That would be a home run, given what has happened to this match, man. With Tessa Blanchard being fired from the company, Michael Elgin out of the company, a lot of twists and turns here. But what we got is a talented slate of guys here. And like a lot of times in wrestling, you make chicken salad out of you know what. And it turns out to be a great match. And I think that's what we will have here. We'll have a phenomenal matchup. Looking at the competitors, I think that Eddie Edwards, I love me some Eddie Edwards, man, but he just came back. And I don't think he should be winning the title. I think this absolutely comes down to Trey and Ace Austin. Ace Austin, look, man, he won that tournament, number one contendership tournament, and he got the shaft. Like, he won the tournament for a number one-on-one, matchup, and it's like, nah, it's gonna be five guys there. Nah, it's gonna be a four-way match. Like, yeah, he's very deserving. Trey is very deserving as well. He had the storyline lined up with Ace Austin, and I've loved his promos, man. The guy gets intense, and I love that about him. And as for the winner, ladies and gentlemen, not gonna be Eddie Edwards, not gonna be EC3, obviously. I am going to... this is very tough between Trey and Ace Austin. I think that Ace Austin should win the title because the dude won the number one contendership and he got the shaft. That's just my opinion. But I think it's going to be at the end of the show. They're going to want to go with our face, and Trey will win the World Heavyweight title. And it will be an awesome moment. A member of the Rascals winning the title, holding it up in the air as we fade to black. So moving on, we got the Tag Team Championships on the line. The North versus Sami Callihan and Ken Shamrock, the world's most dangerous man. Look, man, here's the thing that I don't like. When Shamrock was getting into it with the North, you know, that was cool. But Callihan comes along, and the first thing I say is, why the heck would he help out Ken Shamrock? Like, what is this alliance? Excuse me. Like, I don't like it. I'm not a fan of it. That's just me. They were blood enemies, and like, I don't want to do the thing where the guys that are enemies are not tag teams, and they could possibly win the Vince Russo thing where the guys that hate each other can win the tag team titles or get a tag team title shot. Like, I don't like that personally. But we are where we are, and you know what? I expect a fantastic matchup. The North, one of the most underrated tag teams, probably the most underrated tag team in all of the world today. These guys are uber talented, and at this point, as for the winner of the matchup, I'd like to build somewhat But the North are gonna win this match, and they should win this match. They've held the title for a long time now. I think it's for a calendar year now. And I say, why not? Keep the reign going. They're gonna win, and you know what? Here's where Heath Slater comes into play. I think they're gonna beat down the North. Heath Slater and Rhino will reconnect. They will be a tag team again. We're gonna get a big beat down of the North. They're gonna stand tall. And I would say the crowd would go crazy, but I mean, it's not looking like we're going to get a crowd due to circumstances. But everybody on Twitter will go crazy once they see that. So moving on, we got the Knockouts title on the line. Jordynne Grace versus Deonna Purrazzo and the Virtuosa. And I have very much liked this build. It has been a tremendous build. I've really liked it. They brought back Deonna Purrazzo, and they had her come back in excellent fashion. Like, you come back and you take out the champion, you are doing some things. That arm bar, I absolutely love it. And the build they've built up, I've absolutely loved every step of it. Jordynne Grace absolutely hates Deonna Purrazzo. Deonna Purrazzo wants to win the title, and you know what? We're gonna get an excellent matchup. And this is a tough one, man. You know what? I'm gonna go with the shocker here. Deonna Purrazzo wins the Knockouts title. If you're gonna debut somebody, if you're gonna put them in a championship match as one of their first matches and their first big match, go ahead and put the title on them. If they're very deserving, put the title on them. I say, why not? Deonna Purrazzo will win the title here. I will be very excited. No matter whatever direction they go, they can't lose here if they keep the title on Jordynne Grace. Look, I don't have a problem with that at all, but I got Deonna Purrazzo taking the victory. Moving on, Willie Mack versus Chris Bay for the X Division Championship. And man, look, if it wasn't for excuse me, if it wasn't for us having that mystery person in the world title match, as much as I love the world title match, this would be the match that I'm looking forward to the most. And you know what? This is my match of the night. I said long ago, a month ago, before the match was even official, I said, look, man, Chris Bay versus Willie Mack at Slammiversary is going to be a banger. And I expect that. I am very much looking forward to this match. I love me some Willie Mack, bruh. But Chris Bay, man, this guy is tremendous. Was a free agent for so long. Gets into Impact, makes it Impact, all pun intended. And this guy has picked up a lot of momentum. He's a tremendous wrestler, the ultimate finesser. And I expect this to be a fabulous match. And you know what? Normally, I'm the person to say, you know what, Willie Mack just got the title. Normally, I'm the person to say, you know what, he just got the title. Let's let him have a sustained run. Let's build up the belt. But sometimes you just got to make a different call. And the different call here for me is that Chris freaking Bay wins the X Division Championship. I've already put out a YouTube video saying put the X Division title on Chris Bay. And I think it's gonna happen at Slammiversary. It will be very exciting. And another case of, you know what, they can't go wrong if they keep the title on Willie Mack. I don't have a problem with it. But I believe Chris Bay will win the championship at Impact Slammiversary. So moving on, we got the Knockouts #1 contendership gauntlet match. And this is very interesting, man. You got Taya Valkyrie, Kiera Hogan, Susie, Rosemary and the Bear, Tasha Steelz, Kylie Ray, Alicia, Havoc, Kimberly, and Madison Rayne. Oh man, a ton of talent in that ring. And one thing I find very interesting, a ton of tag teams in that ring as well. Man, if they were to bring back the Knockouts tag titles, oh, they would have a division, a hella division for the Knockout tag titles. And when you look at the talent in the ring, this is a sneaky matchup, the night candidate, man. But as for your winner here, like, this could go any type of way, man. And I want someone new to win it. I want a fresh face going after the title. That's just my opinion. And you know what? I am gonna go. This may be a shocker to a lot of people. She just really got there, but I like her style, man. I very much like her style, like her character as well. She's phenomenal in the ring. Tasha Steelz to win the Knockouts Gauntlet match, and man, I'm very excited about this matchup. I cannot wait for it to go down at Slammiversary. Last up, ladies and gentlemen, we have the old school rules for the TNA title. I cannot believe I'm saying that. The TNA title on the line, Moose versus Tommy Dreamer. In old school rules, I'm gonna assume that means, you know what, we're just gonna wrestle it out. We're not gonna have weapons or anything like that. It's just gonna be a catch-as-catch-can match. And I guess we'll see how this turns out. Tommy Dreamer on another pay-per-view. And I thought it'd be somebody else challenging Moose. That's just my opinion. But what we should have here is an interesting matchup. Moose, this is his gimmick. And you know what? To me, it's kind of funny. Like when he comes on and talks about how he's the real world's champion. Sounding like Ric Flair. You know what? I can dig it. It's kind of funny to me. He's a talented wrestler, and you know what? Yes, no reason to, I cannot believe I'm saying this, no reason to take the TNA title off of Moose. Moose is going to get the victory here, and you know what? I could see somebody showing up here. You know what? I am going to go with Eric Young to show up here. It has to be a former TNA guy to show up here to face off with Moose. Moose wins the title. Eric Young comes out, gives Moose a beatdown. People on Twitter are gonna go wild. We don't have a crowd to go wild, as I mentioned earlier. But Eric Young will stand tall over Moose, but Moose gets the victory here. So that is it, ladies and gentlemen, for my Impact Slammiversary breakdown, my Impact Slammiversary preview, excuse me. Let me know your thoughts, whether that be in the YouTube comments or Twitter. What do you have happening at Slammiversary? Like, what are some things you think are going to go down? Who's going to show up? What are your picks for the matchups? Let me know down in the YouTube comments or on Twitter at 2SweetPod. That's the number 2SweetPod or at OMG Corey.